I've come up on the creek today with the plan just to get a couple of buckets of unclassified material so I can use it as some test material for a bit of a small trommel plant I'm building at home. But I've been distracted, of course, by this little crevice. It cuts in under this rock bank. So I might just give this a bit of a clean out and a pan to see if there's anything in here. The water level's pretty low now. I've often looked at this little hole and thought this rock bar that cuts across the creek here, and then we've got all these gravel deposits in and around here. I reckon could be a good spot for gold to drop out, and I've never really had a chance or a method of cleaning it out, but hopefully with this trommel plant I might be able to move some larger volume of material, maybe sink a few holes down here, see how it goes. So before I go and get the couple of buckets, So I finally got down to the bottom of this hole, coming in and under the bank there and down, cleaned out, finally hit the bottom here, which is about 4 foot down, removed all the gravel and the large rocks. Well, I actually haven't hit bedrock, I've now hit the hard pack, which lots of these gravels and clays are now packed down hard on the bottom, so with the crowbar should loosen it up. But here's the material I'm pulling out from the bottom of the creek. Got quartz, sort of liberally spread all the way through. This grey stuff is fairly soft, and that seems to be what's breaking down into the clays around here. So I'll take that home and give it a run through the trommel. So having walked upstream a bit, come across these places where we've got bedrock skating in here under the creek, and lots of big rocks that could be pried out and moved away. And then on this side we've got lots of river wash building up. And once it starts flowing again, it could be good to bring a sluice down here. Then in under here looks like the creek tucked underground a bit. But all these rocks could be lifted up and see what's under here. So, looks like I've found some playing spots. Just take that test material back home, and this could be a good spot here. We got there's some big boulders sitting on top of the bedrock. Clear all this away, pull the gravel, run it through something, see what we got. So hopefully there's some material in that stuff I've put in the buckets. Let's get home and clean it out. It looks like I might be coming back here once there's a bit more water in here to help me. Making my way up this ridge line here, cut across where I took that last shot of that spot on the river. I cut up on a ridge that ran up here, and now I'm following this one down that runs north-south to get back to where the buckets are. There's an interesting formation up here on this ridge, is that it's actually formed by this backbone of these great big boulders. I've been following it down for the last 50 metres or so, and the top of the ridge comes out almost like a big spine coming down the top of this ridge. They look like a basalt. They say here all the reefs run north-south, so must have a look on one of the geo maps and see if this isn't marked as one of the ridges, one of the reefs in the locality. As you can see, it's right on top of the ridge, still running down here, and it runs all the way down to the creek, and it ends up forming the rock bar that I've been cleaning up. If anyone's got any insight as to how it might have formed or if there's any significance in it, it'd also be great to hear from you. Anyway, I did end up walking up the river, and some of the holes I came to were 5 feet deep, and even though I've got the phone in a waterproof case, can't really trust them. So at some point I was holding the phone above my head, wading through these pools, and here we are down the bottom of this ridge, and you can still see these this spine still making its way down, forming the top of this ridge line. And cuts across here. But I found it a bit easier, instead of walking back through the creek, of just cutting up high and walking along the ridges. So, back at the creek again.